so I had a great-grandfather who was a pastor, a grandfather who was a pastor, 5 uncles who were pastors, and there's something to be said about PKs, pastor kids, right? What was it like seeing Dad up on stage as a pastor? You know, he came from a background of singer, songwriter, musician, to Baptist pastor, is that right?
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? Because everybody's got different natural talents and abilities. You know, my grandfather was a Jersey City cop, right across the river from here. They grew up in Hudson County, West New York, and he sang up and down the waterfront in clubs with barbershop quartets and in bands, and he had his own band while he was an adult. And so my father, at I believe around 12, started playing along with his dad, my grandfather's band. He was just a naturally talented musician, had no problem kind of being up on stage doing stuff, and he had that music career for you know, all growing up and into his adulthood. And then when he converted to Christianity, when he accepted Christ and became a pastor a few years later, right, that definitely translated into that being up on stage, being in front of people. And so you could kind of see how all of that time prepared him for that. For me, kind of seeing that, right, I'm adopted, we don't have the same genetics, right? But in that environment, you're pushed to do it, just like any family business, essentially, right? You know, if your parents are running restaurants, you're probably in the back doing something as a kid, right? If your parents are in construction, you're probably carrying 2x4s at some point with dad, you know? And so in our world, we were in front of people. I had to public speak from the time I was like 13 or 14, right? In front of kids, teenagers, peers, and adults, right? And so growing up in that, it definitely stretches that side of you that says, well, I'm absolutely terrified, but I guess I'm going to have to do this, right? Because there's going to be no way out of it, right? I'm scheduled to do it. Can't run and hide. And I think it's a great thing, actually. I think public speaking is maybe the #1 fear in America or the general public. I mean, death is #2. All right, so I guess people would rather be dead than talk in front of people. But actually learning that type of skill, being able to tap into that part of yourself that's okay with it, that is calm and composed and can deliver and communicate something, I actually think is invaluable, and I'm very grateful for that.